This is a mini PC from GeekOM. But what exactly is a mini PC? Think of it as your regular desktop PC like this, but in a much smaller package, more like this. These devices are perfect for saving space on your desk. In the past, I've done a video on another mini PC, the Raspberry Pi 4. I tried to play Minecraft on this thing, and the performance was absolutely terrible. It was clear at that point that mini PCs were going to have a very long way to go before I'd even consider them to replace my desktop PC or my gaming laptop. But that's when I got sent this. This is a GEEKOM AE7 Mini PC. This small PC packs a punch with an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor, 32GB of DDR5 RAM, and Radeon 780M graphics. Taking it out of the box here, we have a very nice unboxing experience. Here we have the mini PC itself sitting in its tray. Also in the box here, we've got a little note from GeekOM saying thank you for their support, which is pretty nice. Also in the box here, we have got an HDMI cable, which comes included as part of this PC, which is pretty nice. And we also have the power adapter here, and we've also got an included UK plug cable as well, which I appreciate. We also have a set of mounting screws and a VESA mount, which you can actually mount this PC to the back of your monitor or to a desk or whatever. It's pretty cool. We've also got a brief instruction manual here and the VESA mount in the box at the very bottom just here. All right, so taking it out the wrapper here it is. Now, my first impressions of this is it's incredibly small and very lightweight. We've got a lovely shiny silver finish on it. We've got air ventilation along the side, ports on the front and back. It's incredibly lightweight. In fact, I even decided to play catch with it. But can it really replace your bulky desktop gaming PC or laptop? And can I build the ultimate mini gaming PC setup? Let's find out. Alright, so it's time to get this connected to my new mini PC setup. So there's loads of I/O on the back here. We've got loads of USB, HDMI. We've got Ethernet, 2 Type-C, HDMI and DC in, and we've even got an SD card reader and more USB on the front. So let's get this plugged in. So let's start with the power. Let's plug in our monitor. We have got Wi-Fi 6E capabilities on here, but we're just going to plug in Ethernet. It's much more reliable. And we're also going to plug in our mouse and our keyboard as well. And that's pretty much it. Put that here. Oh, it's already turning on. Here we go. GeekOM loading up. So I've already set up the computer off camera here, but it comes with Windows 11 pre-installed, so it's all ready to go. Alright, so here we are on the GeekOM Mini PC. So first of all, let's take a look at the task manager here. So we have got an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor with Radeon 780M graphics. We've got 32GB of DDR5 RAM, we've got Ethernet, but we've also got Wi-Fi 6E as well. And we've also got a 1TB NVMe SSD. So yeah, first impressions of this computer is it's really snappy, really quick, and I can hardly hear the fan noise in it at all. It's almost as if the PC's not even there. Anyway, let's take a look at the gaming performance. And for that, let's load up Minecraft and see what FPS we can get on this thing. All right, here we are. So let's go ahead and create a single player world here. Just a quick creative world and see what kind of performance we can get on this thing. Now, I'm not expecting a lot because it is integrated AMD graphics here, but let's see what we can get. So we're just spawned in here and we're actually getting about 200 FPS on integrated graphics. What? I've never seen integrated graphics this good. This is 1.21 as well, the latest version. We're running it like an absolute champ. And bear in mind, we don't have Fabric or Sodium or anything like that. These are the video settings we're using. I've obviously turned off VSync and that kind of thing. We can turn off clouds as well. But yeah, fairly standard video settings, and we're actually crushing this right now. This mini PC with an integrated GPU can literally handle the latest version of Minecraft, no problem whatsoever. I'm playing in smooth 144 Hz here as well with my monitor. It's incredible performance, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, I was not expecting that. Let's try 1.8.9. I bet we're gonna get over 1000 FPS on here, surely. Yeah, these are pretty much the settings I'd have on my normal gaming PC, and we're getting 500 FPS. Wow. Honestly, I did not expect to see that on a mini PC as well. Alright, so we're on a super flat world here and we're getting over 1000 FPS. I mean, just look at that. 1200 FPS. We didn't even need to optimize this thing or do anything like that. We've literally just taken it out the box, put Minecraft on here, and we can run it so well. Right, let's turn down the video settings. Let's do like proper FPS enhanced mode on. 4000 FPS I just saw there. Did you guys see that? What? I can definitely start to hear like a bit of coil whine or something, which proves that we're pretty much pushing this to the absolute maximum right here. I don't think we're going to get like 10,000 FPS on here whatsoever, but 4,000 FPS without Optifine or any mods like that, I will definitely take that. Alright, so I've just loaded up Feather Client on here. So as always, we are on the Feather Client. And if you guys go to the Feather Client store, I now have cosmetics on there. I've got the Notre Dame Yin Yang cape and the Notre Dame Naruto style headband. If you want to check out my cosmetics, I'll leave a link to them in the description. All purchases help out towards the channel, help me make better videos, and yeah, they look super cool as well. So if you use Feather Client, make sure to check out my cosmetics. They're out on the store right now. I'll leave a link in the description. And obviously Feather Client's going to give us the options of all the Optifine video settings. So let's try and get the maximum FPS we can. Before I started messing around in small windowed modes, I decided to run a benchmark on here. And as you can see, here it is right here. This is incredibly good performance for an integrated graphics card. I run around on Feather 1.8.9 on a super flat world, and here are the results. So yeah, we were spiking FPS quite highly, but we had an average of about 2,156. You know what? Let's just go all out. Perfect. Small windowed mode always gets the most FPS. Now, let's go into the void. What? Almost 6,000 FPS there. 7,000, 7,500. I'm just looking at the MSI Afterburner FPS here. What? That's crazy FPS, honestly. For a mini PC, this is probably like some of the best performance I've seen this computer do so far. So yeah, it's more than capable of running Minecraft. We're going to try some other games later, but I'm intrigued to find out what exactly is inside this mini PC. How does it stay so cool? And how can we get so much performance out of something that I can literally hold and pick up in my hands? Now that performance, I definitely wasn't expecting at all. It really goes to show how far AMD APUs have come over the years. I was expecting the performance to be terrible, but it's actually pretty good now. Now a big drawback of mini PCs is normally their cooling solution and upgradability. So let's take a look inside and see what we can find for both of those things. I really hope I don't break anything. So it looks like there's 4 screws, which are like the rubber feet here. So we just go ahead and unscrew them. While we take it apart, I'm just going to show you guys a benchmark that I did. So I ran Geekbench 5 on it, and these are the results that I got. Really good performance in both single core and multi-core, and it's pretty insane how you can get that much performance in such a small package. Anyway, let's get taking it apart and see what's inside. Oh, okay. So then the bottom panel just comes straight off just like that. So we've got a cooling pad for the SSD here, which is quite good to see. And inside it's surprisingly upgradable actually. So we've got our NVMe 1TB SSD here, which can simply just come out no problem. And we've actually got SODIMM DDR5 32GB of memory straight from Crucial. So yeah, you can just take out these just like that and upgrade them just like you would in a regular laptop or PC. Now you can upgrade this machine to up to 64GB of DDR5 RAM. So we haven't got the maximum in it right now. We've just got 32, but that should be more than enough for what we're going to be using it for. And yeah, everything's really easy to access here. We've got the RAM, we've got the SSD, and under the SSD, we've actually got our Wi-Fi cards. So yeah, we can just take this screw out and the M.2 NVMe SSD just comes straight out. Very nice. And then yeah, as you can see under there, we've got the Wi-Fi cards, which again, replaceable, upgradable, whatever. I'm probably not going to disassemble this any further, but yeah, quite an interesting sort of, I guess, laptop cooling solution on it. So it's not going to be the best for gaming or high performance tasks, but for general use, and I mean, we have tested it in Minecraft. It's looking pretty good, but I want to try and get the maximum performance I possibly can out of this thing, and for that I think we're going to need a few upgrades. Now in this mini PC we have an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor, which is a really good processor, but it's got integrated graphics built into the same chip. And what's letting us down pretty significantly is we do not have a dedicated graphics card in here. Now this is not the best solution for gaming. Ideally you want a separate dedicated graphics card and a high performance CPU like in here. However, we do not have that. If we wanted a dedicated integrated graphics card in here, the product would be a lot bigger, it would require more power, and it would also need a significantly better cooling solution. But what if we could add our own graphics card to this computer? Well, with this eGPU enclosure, we can do just that. This is a CoolerMaster EG200 eGPU enclosure. On our GeekOm Mini PC, we have got a USB 4 or Thunderbolt 4 port on the back here, which actually allows us to run an eGPU off of it. So let's go ahead and do just that. So this eGPU enclosure pretty much allows us to add any GPU we want to it, as it doesn't come with one included. So let's start off with our first one, slightly lower end graphics card, the RX 560. So let's see what this graphics card's like in the eGPU enclosure connected to the Mini PC. Let's do this. All right, so here's the graphics card here. It's quite a tiny little thing. I used to use this in my Hackintosh, but now I don't really use it that much. It doesn't require external power, which is good, so we can just plug it straight into the eGPU. Oh wow, we didn't even need to take the top off. We can literally just slot this right in there. Clips in like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think we'll bother putting the covers back on. We want as much cooling in here as possible. So yeah, we kind of need to make sure that we plug this into the right thing here. I believe it's that one for our Thunderbolt 4 port. So we'll plug that in there. Right, moment of truth. Will this actually work? We've got the 560 series connected up, fans spinning away, which is good. And then as you can see here, if we go to our task manager, here it is. The RX 560 is currently working with our Mini PC. How cool is this? Right, let's try and play some Minecraft now and see what performance we can get now. It is using our 560. Oh, that is incredible. This actually works. All right, so here we are on 1.20. Admittedly, with quite low settings, we are getting over 500 FPS, which was a little bit better than what we were getting with the integrated 780M graphics. Not the best. Obviously, this is quite a low-end graphics card, but we're going to use better ones. Just you wait. Right, let's try 1.8.9. I love how the GeekOm's fans are just spinning at max and the GPU's just chilling. Can barely hear it. All right, we're back on 1.8.9. We're on Feather Client. We've got our video settings pretty much on the lowest they can possibly go. We've got the 560. What kind of performance can we get? Is the integrated GPU actually better than this thing? Yeah, I'm just going to leave this on screen right now. Our integrated graphics are way better than the RX 560. I have no idea why I put it in here. Probably just to test my eGPU enclosure. Don't worry, we're just getting started. But if you're wondering what the benchmarks look like in comparison to the integrated graphics, here are the benchmarks. Yeah, the integrated graphics completely destroys the RX 560 here. But why don't we take this a step further and put in another graphics card in here? All right, it's time to try this. The GTX 1060 out of my mid-range PC. How well will it run in the eGPU enclosure alongside the Mini PC? Let's install it. All right, so for the 1060, we're actually going to need to power it, which luckily it does come included with some of these power cables. And then just push it in. Click, 1060 installed. Once it's installed the driver, we can swap the HDMI over and run off the eGPU. I'll be back once it's installed. All right, and there we go. The driver has been installed. That took a little while because, you know, it's an all AMD system. Finally got some NVIDIA in there. And here it is, the GTX 1060 3GB GPU. So let's see what difference this makes to our Minecraft performance. As you can see, we've got the 1060 all loaded up. It's doing a pretty good job, although the fans aren't spinning, which is quite concerning. Maybe they kick in once it gets sort of extreme levels of performance. Let's go down into the void here. Let's do a quick little F1 test. Okay, interesting. Where our FPS is actually sort of limited, I guess. We can't seem to get anything above 2000. It's a bit weird. So at this point, I was pretty confused. As you can see on the chart here, the GTX 1060 is actually better than the Radeon integrated graphics, but why was our FPS so bad? I tried everything from installing proper NVIDIA drivers, disabling the integrated AMD graphics, but I still couldn't get good performance out of it. Here are the benchmarks on screen right now. Not very good average FPS. Compare that to the integrated graphics. The 1060 and the 560 for that matter are actually inferior. Anyway, after being slightly disappointed by that, I decided to take things to the next level. All right, it's time to take things to the absolute maximum with an RTX 4070 graphics card in the eGPU enclosure connected to the Mini PC. Let's do this. Right, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to fit because it is quite a big graphics card here, but let's try it. Clip it in. And there we go. It is showing up. RTX 4070 in a mini PC. How crazy is that, honestly? Right, let's try some games. All right, here we are on Minecraft 1.21 with the RTX 4070. So we've got this cool little flyout here which tells you what processors are actually running on the eGPU. So as you can see here, we've got Minecraft and Java and everything. So yeah, here is Minecraft on the RTX 4070 graphics card on the mini PC. Let's go into full screen here. So yeah, we're on 1.21. We've got no sodium or fabric, just turn down settings. But let's throw them up because why not? You know, it's an RTX 4070. Surely it can handle it. Okay, there we go. 700 FPS, 600 FPS, mainly 500 FPS though. Not too bad. I'm sure we could get more. Here we go. Super flat worlds with the RTX 4070 on the mini PC. Can we get 2000 FPS pretty consistently? I would say that is pretty good performance. Let's just take a look here. These all seem to look good. Turn that off. Yeah, I think we're pretty much on the settings that we need to be on. Let's just go down here maybe. Do a quick little F1 test. 3000 FPS with the 4070. I'm pretty sure we were getting more on the integrated graphics. What has happened? I'm not exactly sure what's happened. Maybe we're limited by the Thunderbolt eGPU maybe. There's like a bit of bandwidth limitations or something. Or maybe I haven't done it right. I don't know. Now, while that was a pretty valid point that I could have made there, I did try it with a different cable and the results were pretty much exactly the same. I'll throw the benchmarks on screen right now of the RTX 4070, which did a lot better than the 560 and the 1060, obviously. But compare that to the integrated graphics, there really isn't a lot in it. Now, after doing lots of research into this, I found that eGPUs are not perfect. They do leave a lot of performance on the table compared to just having it in your regular desktop PC. I'll show you a clip on screen right now of me using the exact same cards in my main PC, and as you can see, the FPS is a lot higher on average. But it just goes to show how good the integrated graphics are in this mini PC. Alright, here we are on Fortnite. So I've just loaded it up. We're on the RTX 4070 and we're just going to be playing some Death Run and seeing what kind of performance we get. So we're getting about 136, which is not too bad, I suppose. Now what I did do was I did do a test of Fortnite on the integrated graphics on here. I'll just throw it on screen right now for you. We're getting about 60 FPS with relatively sensible settings. I think I left Fortnite to do it automatically for me. We're getting about 60 FPS. And then if you put the settings all the way down, we got it to about 100 or so. So yeah, I mean, it's decent performance. Now the Fortnite test still baffles me. I have no idea why the performance was so much better through the integrated graphics compared to an RTX 4070 eGPU plugged into it. Don't get me wrong, the performance was playable and I'm not complaining by any means, but the integrated graphics on the low settings, as you saw on my phone footage, was quite high and much higher compared to the eGPU. So if anyone in the comment section knows why this is, please do let me know, because it would be quite an interesting thing to revisit. But yeah, as I said, it just goes to show the power of the integrated graphics in this mini PC is pretty much unmatched, but it was still quite a good experiment for this video. When we're on Death Run, we're not playing Battle Royale or anything like that, so this is probably like the best performance I think we're going to get. And on epic settings, I would say the RTX just about takes it. So whether you're looking for a compact desktop experience or a portable gaming rig like I've proved in this video, the GeekOm AE7 Mini PC definitely delivers. If you want to get your hands on one of these yourself, check out the links in the description down below, and if you use the coupon code NOTRODA7, you can get 5% off. Huge thanks to GeekOm for sending me this PC. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Tried something a little bit different today, so hopefully you all enjoyed it. Something a little bit different to try with this PC on. And if you want to check out my last video, then click here, and I'll see you guys there.